Good morning, everybody. So up to now we are uploaded the nearly 8 videos. So up to 8 videos, that electric potential concept is over. Electric potential. Actually, if you observe the name of the lesson, electric potential and capacitance. Electric potential and capacitance. So up to that is completed. That potential is completed. So now onwards, from now onwards, we are going to the capacitance topic. Capacitance. Okay. So capacitance. What is capacitance? Why we are using that capacitor? What is the difference between the capacitance and capacitor? One by one we are discussing right now. So if you observe in our fans, that is ceiling fans, generally we are observing in ceiling fans. So a cylindrical dabba, one cylindrical tin. So that instrument is nothing but a capacitor. That instrument is nothing but a capacitor. Capacitor is a device that one stores the electric charges. That one stores the electric charges. Why we are using that one? To start some electrical devices, those are required the more amount of the current. To start some electrical devices, that one requires the more amount of the current. How we are supplying that more amount of the current? By using this capacitor only. This capacitor stores the charges in the form of the electric field. When we are on that switch, so at a time the total charge is discharged. That means that capacitor discharges at a time. Total charge is discharged by that capacitor. So means here what is a capacitor? Capacitor is a device. First try to observe the difference. Capacitor and capacitance. Capacitor and this is a capacitance. What is a capacitor? Capacitor is a device that one stores the electric charges. In which form? In the form of the electric field. In the form of the electric field. So here a capacitor is a device which stores the electric charges. This one stores the electric charges in the form of electric field. In the form of electric field. Why we are using these capacitors? To start some electrical devices. Those are required the more amount of the current. Examples for that, just fan, electric water motor, or maybe in case of the camera flashes. At a time we are getting the high intensity of the light. How we are getting that? By using that capacitors only. Okay, remember that one. To shuru karne ke liye, generally in Hindi that one is called shuru karne ke liye. To start some electrical devices. To start some electrical devices. Okay. So capacitor is a device which stores the electric charges in the form of electric field. In the form of electric field. What about the capacitance? Difference between the capacitor and capacitance. What is the capacitance? That is the property of the capacitor. So observe in 10th class level also you learned resistor and resistance. Resistor and resistance. Resistor is the device. Resistance is the property. Resistance is the property. What is that property? To oppose the flow of current through that conductor. Through that conductor. In the similar manner, here capacitance, the ability of the conductor to hold the charge. The ability of the conductor to hold the charges. The ability of conductor to hold charges. To hold charges. The ability of the conductor to hold charges. To hold charges. That is nothing but the capacitance. Capacitance is the property. Remember that. Capacitance is the property. Capacitor is the device. Capacitor is the device. So generally capacitance is denoted with the letter C. Capacitance is generally denoted with the letter V. Okay, sorry, not V, C. Sorry, that is the capacitance is denoted with the letter C. If you consider, here I am taking one conductor. This one holds some charge. This one holds some charge. So here if you observe, if we are giving this some charge, Q charge to this conductor, not only this shape, whatever it may be the shape. If you take like spherical charge, this shape, here we are giving this some charge Q. When charge if we are given, then potential develops. When charge is given to the conductor, potential develops. When potential is developed, if you observe the equation, potential due to the charged spherical shell 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R means V is directly proportional to Q. V is directly proportional to Q. Okay. If charge is increases, potential is also increases. Charge is increases, potential is also increases. So that means when charge is given to the conductor, its potential is increases. To remove this proportionality, we are using the constant that is nothing but the C into V. Here C is called as the capacitance of that conductor, either this one or maybe this one, any other conductor. Here C is called as the capacitance of that conductor. So how much charge here? This one hold it, that is the Q charge. Q charge. From this one, C is equal to Q by V. From this one, from this equation, C is equal to Q by V. What is the units for the capacitance? Observe, units for the charge is the coulomb per potential, potential or maybe potential difference. That one we have measured in volts. We measured in volts. C is equal to, that is the Q by V. Units for that one is coulomb per volt. This is we are calling the farad. That is we are calling the farad. So from this equation, how we define this capacitance? Conducted to the its potential. The ratio of the charge on the conductor to its potential is defined as capacitance of that conductor. Is defined as capacitance of that conductor. So units for the capacitance, that is nothing but the farads. Capacitance units, that is the farad. Actually farad is the very big unit. Generally we are using the millifarads, microfarads, nanofarads and so on. Millifarads. That is this farad we have denoted with the letter capital F. So 1 millifarad, small m into F. 1 millifarad is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 farads. 1 microfarad is equal to 10 to the power minus 6 farads. 1 nanofarad is equal to 10 to the power minus 9 farads. 1 picofarad is equal to 10 to the power minus 12 farads, and so on. And so on. So here generally capacitance is measured in microfarads or maybe millifarads. Actually farad is the very big unit. Farad is the very big unit. We measure that one in terms of the milli, micro, nano, picofarads. Picofarads. So try to observe. Here how we define that farad. One more doubt we get. How we define this farad. So observe here, 1 farad is equal to, yes, 1 farad is equal to 1 coulomb per 1 volt. 1 farad is equal to 1 coulomb per 1 volt. So how we define this? If we are giving the 1 coulomb of the charge to the conductor, then its potential is raised to 1 volt. One more time. If the 1 coulomb of the charge is given to the conductor, if 1 coulomb of the charge is given to the conductor, I am taking, this is the one conductor. If we are giving the 1 coulomb of the charge to this conductor, its potential developed is equal to 1 volt. Then its capacitance is said to be 1 farad. 1 coulomb of the charge is given to the conductor, then its potential is raised to the 1 volt. Its potential is raised to the 1 volts, then its capacitance is said to be 1 farad. Its capacitance is said to be 1 farad. Okay. So in case 2 farads means 2 farads, that is equal 2 coulombs of the charge is given to the conductor, then its potential is raised to the 1 volt. Right now, how much of the charge is given to the conductor? 2 coulombs of the charge is given to the conductor, then its potential is raised to 1 volt, then capacitance of that conductor is said to be 2 farads. 2 farads, like this, so on 3 farads, 4 farads, whatever it may be. Okay, so remember how we define the farad. If 1 coulomb of the charge is given to the conductor, then its potential is raised to the 1 volt, then the capacitance of that conductor is said to be 1 volt. Sorry, 1 farad, not 1 volt. Capacity, yes, one more time, maybe I think a little bit mistake, I think so. Yes, listen carefully. If 1 coulomb of the charge is given to the conductor, then its potential is raised to the 1 volt, then the capacitance of the conductor is said to be 1 farad. Capacitance of the conductor is said to be 1 farad. Okay, so 2 farads also same. 3 farads means 3 farad means 3 coulombs of the charge is given to the conductor, then its potential is raised to 1 volt. Its potential is raised to 1 volt. Okay, remember, whatever it may be, 4 farads, 5 farads, whatever it may be. Okay, yes. So here capacitor is the device, we mentioned that one. At the same time, here technical definition, that one is nothing but the arrangement of the 2 conductors. How we define the capacitor? Capacitor is the device that one stores the electric charges in the form of the electric field. At the same time, one more definition for the, what is the definition of the capacitor? The arrangement of the 2 conductors separated by certain distance. The arrangement of the 2 conductors, whatever it may be the shape, either circular or maybe rectangular or maybe square, whatever it may be the shape. The arrangement of the 2 conductors separated by certain distance or finite distance, that arrangement we are calling the capacitor. Either maybe, if you observe, these are the 2 plates, circular plates, these 2 are separated by a distance of d meters. This is the one capacitor. Or maybe if you take this one is the rectangular plates, these 2 are separated by certain distance. Here separation between the 2 plates is equal to d. This is also capacitor. Whatever it may be the shape, 2 conductors are separated by finite distance. That arrangement we are calling the capacitor. The arrangement we are calling the capacitor. So capacitor and capacitance difference. Try to observe the difference. Here one more word from this one. Here Q is equal to, Q is directly proportional to V. We wrote it, that one already. So here Q is equal to some constant into V. From this one, C is equal to Q by V. C is equal to Q by V. If you observe the capacitance of the conductor, actually if you observe this equation, how we are thinking, if Q value is increases, C value increases. If V value is increases, C value decreases. No. Here C is independent on Q and V. So C does not depends upon the charge on the conductor, at the same time that potential. So actually that one C depends on So its dimensions. Next one is the medium surrounded by the conductors. Sorry, medium surrounded by the conductor. Medium or medium in between the capacitor plates. Medium in between the capacitor plates. Already we mentioned here, this is the something. Here area of the cross section is equal to A. Separation between these two plates is equal to D. So here this separation, this is the first conductor and this is the second conductor. In between them air medium is there. So this capacitance is depends upon the dimensions. Dimensions means what is the area of the plates, what is the area of the plate, and what is the separation between the two plates. At the same time, medium in between the two plates. If this one is filled with the dielectric, then what happens? Its capacitance increases. How that is? One by one we will discuss that one also. Okay. So C value does not depends or independent on the Q and V values. C is independent on Q and V values. At the same time, C depends upon the dimensions. Here area and separation between the two plates. Small d means separation between the two plates. And the medium in between the plates. And the medium in between the plates. Okay, that is independent on the Q and V. Remember that one. Next one here. Yes. What is the capacitance of the isolated conductor? What is the capacitance of the isolated conductor? So, capacitance of isolated conductor. Capacitance of isolated conductor. So if you consider a charged spherical shell, its radius is equal to something capital R. Its radius is equal to capital R. If you are giving me some charge, something Q charge or maybe capital Q charge to the conductor, then its potential on the surface of the shell is equal to V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by capital R. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R. Already we learned that one. Okay. So from the definition of the capacitance, C is equal to Q by V. Therefore that is equal to Q is Q only. V is equal to how much? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R. These two are cancelled. Therefore capacitance of the capacitance of the isolated conductor, that is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught into R. If you observe this one here remaining, these terms are all are the constant except R, remaining all are the constants. Means C is directly proportional to R. So R means there is nothing but the radius. From this one we are find out the surface area. So here C is depends upon the dimensions. Already we mentioned that one. C value is independent on the charge on the conductor and potential difference. That one depends upon the dimensions. So C is depends upon the dimension. If we increase the radius, then its capacitance is also increases. You may get the confusion. Sir, in the definition of current, you mentioned that, in the definition of the capacitor, not current, in the definition of the capacitor, you mentioned that two conductors are separated by certain distance. That arrangement we are calling the capacitor. Sir, here only one conductor is there. Where is the remaining one? In those cases, we are assuming second conductor is the earth. Earth only second conductor. Ground is only second conductor. Okay. So in case of the isolated capacitors, in that situation, this is the first one is this conductor. Second one, which one is the second one? That is nothing but the ground only. So here this one is the spherical. For this spherical charged shell, what is its capacitance? This is the capacitance. If you observe by using this one, we have find out that what is the capacitance of the earth. Find out right now. capacitance of the earth. Here we are taking, observe, try to observe. This is the, if R value is increases, its the capacitance is increases. We are taking the only single medium. That's why I have not mentioned that one here. So total, this is the air medium. In case if medium changes, that capacitance is also changes. Okay. Here 4 pi only constant. In case if epsilon is changes, means medium is changes. But in this condition, medium does not changes. That's why total, this one is the constant. C is directly proportional to R. C is directly proportional to R. R means radius of that spherical shell. So right now, that earth is also in the spherical shape. What is the radius of the earth? R is equal to 6,400 kilometers. That is equal to 6,400 into 10 to the power 3 meters. Means 64 into 10 to the power 5 meters. This is the radius of the earth. Radius of the earth. So we have find out by using this formula. We have find out the what is the capacitance of the earth. Yes, we will find out that one also. C is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught into Re. This is the radius of the earth. So we know the 4 pi epsilon naught value. Actually 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is equal to 9 into 10 to the power 9. This is the 4 pi epsilon naught, means 1 by 9 into 10 to the power 9. 1 by 9 into 10 to the power 9 into Re. Radius of the earth is equal to 64 into 10 to the power 5. 64 by 9 into 10 to the power minus 4. This is a 10 to the power 5 minus 9. So 10 to the power minus 4. This one is equal to 763, means 1 into 10 to the power minus 4. Means this is a 711 into 10 to the power minus 6. 711 into 10 to the power minus 6 farads. So capacitance of the earth is equal to 711 microfarads of the earth. C is equal to 711 microfarads. 711 microfarads. Potential of the earth is equal to how much? 0. Potential of the earth is equal to 0. Capacitance is equal to 711 microfarads. Remember that. Generally no one is asking. Remember that. Okay. Here this one, in this case, isolated conductor or isolated capacitor, if you are saying, means we are taking the second plate. That one is nothing but the earth only, ground only. Okay. So right now we have find out what is the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. Capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. So what is the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor? Parallel plate capacitor. Next one is the capacitor and condenser. Both are same. Condenser. In some books they are giving the condenser. Condenser and capacitor. Both are same. Parallel plate capacitor. Capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. Sorry. Capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. Capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. For this, first of all, here we are considered that two parallel plates means two plates having the area of the cross section. This one is the first plate. Observe, this is the first plate and this one is the second plate. Both have the area of the cross section A. Both have the area of the cross section A. I am represented that one like this. Observe, here this is the first plate and this one is the second plate. This is a plate P and this is the something R. Plate P and this one is the, or maybe X and Y. Take this is the X and Y. X and Y. So first plate this is the X and second one is the Y. These two plates are separated by certain distance. So here separation between the plates is equal to small d. Separation between the plates is equal to d. Here D is the separation between these two plates. So right now this one is connected to the terminals of the battery, means first plate. X plate is connected to the positive terminal of the battery and second plate is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. Yes, negative terminal of the battery. So if you observe this one, here what is the beauty of this battery? This one of some potential difference. V is the potential difference between the terminals of the battery. Right now, what is the beauty of this battery? So that one removes the electrons from the first plate and that is given to the second plate. If we are taking in terms of the electrons, this battery removes some electrons from the first plate. Actually, initially both are the neutral one. This one removes some electrons from the first plate and sent to the second plate. Or maybe one more one. Here, one more thing. So here from this one, positive charges are removed and those are sent to the first plate. Both are same in terms of the electron, in terms of the positive charges. If some electrons are removed, then that object becomes positively charged one. From the neutral object, if we are removing some electrons, then that object becomes positively charged one. In case if in case of the electric charges and fields also we learn excess of the electrons, negatively charged body, deficiency of the electrons, positively charged body. So in case if we are given some electrons are removed from the first plate and those are sent to the second plate. Due to that, first plate becomes positively charged one and second plate becomes negatively charged one. How much is the charge? Something Q is the charge. If you observe this shape, that's why capacitor is denoted. That is a symbol for the capacitor. This is the symbol for the capacitor. Fixed capacitor. Observe here both the lines are same in size. In case of the battery, that one is denoted like this. Battery, that is the one is the longer and second one is the shorter. But in case of the capacitor, both these lines are same in size. This is the standard capacitor, fixed capacitor. In case if some arrow is there, that is nothing but the variable capacitor. That is the variable capacitor. Okay? Yes. So here, if you observe this one. Here this is the positively charged one and this is the second one is the negatively charged one. Here net charge on the capacitor must and should becomes 0. Net charge is equal to 0. But generally, what is the charge on the capacitor? Generally, if you are asking what is the charge on the capacitor, means charge on the positive plate only. Charge on the positive plate only. So here what is the charge? That is the Q coulombs. Don't get confusion. Net charge is equal to 0. But what is the charge on the capacitor? Means charge on the positive plate only. That is nothing but the plus Q charge. Okay? Yes. So if you observe here, this is the positive charged one and this is the negative charged one. Electric field is formed from the first plate to the second plate like this. Here this is the uniform electric field. Give one example for the uniform electric field. The electric field in between the capacitor plates. Best example. Give one example for the uniform electric field. That is nothing but the electric field formed in between the capacitor plates. This is the uniform electric field. So at the edges, these lines, field lines are curves like this. This one is the curves. So the bending of the field lines at the edges of the capacitor is called as fringing. The field at the edges of the parallel plate capacitor, the field lines are bending. That one we are calling the fringing. So if you compare the area of the cross section of the each plate is the A, so A value is very more comparative to the D, means separation between the two plates. In that situation we neglect that fringing effect, okay. Yes, so try to observe that bending of the field lines, electric field lines at the edges of the capacitor plates are called as the fringing, So observe, due to this positive charged plate, that is the first plate, what is the electric field intensity due to the positive plate? Yes, due to the positive plate, what is the electric field intensity in between the capacitor plates? Due to the positive plate, electric field intensity we are taking, that is the E1. E1 is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. In the applications of the Gauss law, we studied that electric field intensity due to the charged sheet, that is E is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Here we are taking this is the first plate having the charge Q plus Q, and therefore electric field intensity is equal to, that is the E sigma by 2 epsilon naught. What is the here? E is the vector physical quantity that will consist of the magnitude and direction. What is the direction? Its direction, due to the positive charge electric field is away from it, means in the downward direction. Due to the negative charge, electric field intensity is equal to E2. E2 is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught, that is also in the downward direction. Due to the positive charge, electric field intensity is away. Try to observe, this is a positive charge, electric lines of the forces are like this, away from it. But in case of the negative charge, what is the direction of the electric lines of the force? Towards the charge. So here, due to this negatively charged plate, electric field lines are in downward direction. That's why we are writing both are in the downward direction. Therefore, net electric field intensity in between the capacitor plates is equal to how much? Yes, observe this is here. This one is the A. A means area of the cross section of the each plate. Right? Therefore, net electric field intensity E net is equal to E1 plus E2. Why? Because both are in the downward direction. Therefore, we are taking this is the E net. E net is equal to E. This one is sigma by 2 epsilon naught plus sigma by 2 epsilon naught is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. Here sigma is nothing but the surface charge density. See, we know that sigma is equal to Q by A. Charge per unit area. Sigma is equal to Q by A, charge per unit area. Therefore, this one is replaced with the Q by epsilon naught A. Yes, Q by epsilon naught A. Total this one is nothing but the E is equal to Q by epsilon naught A. This is the equation number 1. Next one. Here try to observe. Here electric, what is the potential difference right now? Difference between, that is the electric field intensity, that is nothing but the E. E is equal to Q by epsilon naught into A. We are getting that is the equation number 1. So we know that relation between the electric field intensity and electric potential. Negative gradient of the electric potential is called electric field intensity. E is equal to, we write like this, E is equal to minus a dV by dr or maybe dx. So this is in vector notation. Right now in scalar notation, E is equal to V by D. Potential difference between two plates is equal to how much right now? That is nothing but dV. Separation between the two plates is equal to D. Therefore E is equal to V by D. So therefore, this is the equation number 2. From 1 and 2, V by D is equal to Q by epsilon naught A. So here try to observe. Here we have not kept any other medium. So means here which medium is the air medium only. This is the air medium only. We are not kept any other dielectrics. So the separation between the two plates is entirely filled with the air. Okay. So V by D is equal to Q by epsilon naught A. From this one, epsilon naught A by D is equal to Q by V. But Q by V is equal to, Q by V is nothing but the capacitance of that capacitor. So epsilon naught A by D is equal to C. Here I am taking this one is the C naught. Why? Because here total gap is filled with the air only. Air or maybe vacuum. So that's why that is representing these two plates are separated in the vacuum or maybe in the air. So C naught is equal to epsilon naught A by D. That is the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. That is the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. C naught is equal to epsilon naught A by D. C naught is equal to epsilon naught A by D. This is the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. So we derive the expression for the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. That is C naught without any dielectric medium. Means those two plates are separated in vacuum or maybe in air. In the situation, C naught is equal to epsilon naught A by D. Already we derived that expression. Okay. So here, in case, what happened if this total gap is filled with the dielectric of dielectric constant K. Total gap, that means the separation between the two plates is entirely filled with the dielectric of dielectric constant K. Then what is the capacitance of that capacitor? So in that situation, capacitance of the capacitor with dielectric, we are taking that is the C. C is equal to how much? So observe, already we know that dielectric constant K is equal to epsilon by epsilon naught. How we define the dielectric constant? Ratio of permittivity of the medium to the permittivity of the free space. From this one, epsilon is equal to K into epsilon naught. So here with the dielectric, the capacitance is equal to epsilon into A by D. What is A? Area of the plates. What is the D? Separation between the plates. So here epsilon is equal to K into epsilon naught. Substitute this value here. Therefore C is equal to K into epsilon naught into A whole by D. Therefore C is equal to K into C naught. Means when the total gap or separation between the two plates is entirely filled with the dielectric of dielectric constant K, then its capacitance is increased by K times. Then its capacitance is increased by K times. Without any dielectric, capacitance is equal to epsilon naught A by D. With the total gap, that means the separation between the two plates is entirely filled with the dielectric of dielectric constant K, then C is equal to K into C naught. Means its capacitance is increased by K times. Its capacitance is increased by K times. So one more point regarding this parallel plate capacitor only. So in case if we are taking the circular plates having the radius something small r, circular plates, if you are taking the circular plates having the radius, that one is equal to r, and separation between the two plates is equal to d only. Separation between the two plates is equal to d. Then what happened? So observe here, without any dielectric, that means the gap in between these two plates is filled with the air, or maybe those two are separated in vacuum. So C naught is equal to epsilon naught into area of the circular plate, that is the pi r square by separation between the two plates. In case of the circular plates, in case of the rectangular plates, rectangular plates, length L and breadth is equal to B. then C naught is equal to epsilon naught into length into breadth by separation. Here area, what is area? We are taking capital A is the area of the cross section of the plate, whatever it may be the shape. So in case of the circular plates, there is a pi r square. In case of the rectangular, length into breadth. In case of the square plates, that is the side square. Side square. Okay? Yes. So this is regarding the parallel plate capacitance. Capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. Capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. So next one, already here total gap is filled with the dielectric. Already we discussed that one. In case, if the gap is partially filled, if the gap, that means separation between the two plates, is partially filled with the dielectric of dielectric constant K and thickness is equal to T. Thickness is equal to T. Then what is the capacitance of that capacitor? Try to observe. Capacitance of the capacitor with partially filled capacitance of capacitor with partially filled with dielectric. Partially filled with dielectric. So here try to observe first. Here we are taking the one capacitor having the area of the plates is equal to A and separation between the two plates is equal to D. Separation between the two plates is equal to D. Here, without any dielectric, its capacitance is equal to C naught. C naught is equal to epsilon naught A by D. C naught is equal to epsilon naught A by D. Right now, this one is means separation between the two plates is filled with the dielectric of dielectric constant K and thickness is equal to T. Then, with this dielectric, find out the capacitance of this capacitor. Find out the capacitance of this capacitor. First observe that one. Here without a dielectric, total gap is equal to D. That means here air medium is the, right now with the dielectric, air medium is the air medium that can have the thickness D minus T. So dielectric medium that can have the thickness T. In case of the air medium, we are taking the electric field intensity E naught. In case of the with dielectric, electric field intensity is equal to E. Means at this position, the electric field intensity is equal to E. Electric field intensity is equal to E. So first of all, yes, charge is equal to something plus Q. That this is the minus Q. Already we know this one. So from here onwards, we know the relation in between the electric field intensity and electric potential. E is equal to V by D. From this one, V is equal to E into D. Basic expression, already we derived this one in case of the relation between the electric field intensity and electric potential. Okay, so here two mediums are there. One is the air medium, second one is the dielectric medium. So separation, that means the potential difference in between these two plates is equal to, we are taking that is the V. V is equal to, so without any dielectric, means that is the air medium. In case of the air medium, electric field intensity is equal to E naught and the air medium thickness is equal to D minus T. So from this equation, V is equal to E into D. Here E naught into D minus T. D minus T. Place. Right now with dielectric, electric field intensity is equal to, means for this part, electric field intensity is equal to E. Therefore, E into thickness of the dielectric, how much is the thickness? T is the thickness. So, one more point here. In first chapter already we learned when a dielectric is introduced, in the electric field, then its electric field intensity is decreased by k times. Sorry, this is the E is equal to, at the same time potential is also decreased by k times. E is equal to E naught by k. Substitute this value here. Therefore, V is equal to E naught into D minus T plus this one is the E naught by T. Sorry, E naught by k into T. So V is equal to E naught into D minus T plus T by k plus T by k. So this is the V is equal to, yes, try to observe here. Therefore V is equal to, what about the E naught? Electric field intensity in between the capacitor plates. So in terms of the surface charge density, that is the E naught is equal to epsilon by, E naught is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. Sigma by epsilon naught into D minus T plus T by K. Here E naught is equal to, yes, try to observe. E naught in between the capacitor plates, electric field intensity is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. Sigma is equal to how much? Q by A into epsilon naught. Therefore, E naught is equal to Q by A into epsilon naught. In case of the parallel plate capacitor, already we derived that one. So here, therefore, V is equal to Q by A epsilon naught into D minus T plus T by K. So observe this one from this equation. So Q by V is equal to epsilon naught A by, this is the D minus T plus T by K. Q by V, that is nothing but the capacitance of the capacitor. So that is nothing but C is equal to epsilon naught A by D minus of T into 1 minus 1 by K. This is the capacitance of the capacitor with partially filled with the dielectric. C is equal to epsilon naught A by D minus. Here T is the common, minus T is the common. So minus T into 1 minus 1 by K. 1 minus 1 by K. This is the capacitance of the parallel plate, capacitor with partially filled with the dielectric. Next one, in case if the separation between the two plates is filled with the two different dielectrics, then what is the capacitance of that capacitor? Okay, try to observe. With two dielectrics having the dielectric constants K1 and K2 and thicknesses are T1 and T. So here this one is the capacitor, area of the cross section is equal to A and separation between these two plates is equal to D. Right now this one is filled with the two dielectrics, not completely, this is the partially filled. So here dielectric constant is equal to K1 and thickness is equal to T1. Another one, this is the another dielectric having the thickness T2 and dielectric constant is equal to K2. Thickness is equal to T. For this one, find out the effective capacitance. So potential difference in between these two plates, I am considering that one is the V. V is equal to. Here three mediums are there. So air medium, dielectric constant, first dielectric and second dielectric. So that's why I am writing here E1 into D minus of T1 plus T. So total, actually this is the air medium. E1 is the air medium. Electric field intensity is equal to E naught. Next we will write that one. So next one, this is the first dielectric. So inside of that one, electric field intensity is equal to E2 and thickness is equal to T2. Thickness is equal to T1. Next one, place E3 electric field intensity inside of the second dielectric, E3 into T, E3 into T. Therefore, V is equal to air medium electric field intensity is equal to E naught whole into D minus of T1 plus T2. So here inside of this dielectric, electric field intensity becomes E naught by K1. So when dielectric is introduced, then what happened? Electric field intensity is decreases. How much is decreased? Dielectric constant times decreases. So here this one is equal to E naught by K1 into T1 plus. For the next one, this is the E naught by K2 into T. E naught by K2 into T. So here electric potential difference V is equal to E naught is the common E naught whole into D minus of T1 plus T2 plus T1 by K1 plus T2 by K2. T2 by K2. So V is equal to, here E naught is equal to how much? Already in the previous one also we derived that one. E naught is equal to Q by epsilon naught A. Here A is the area of the plate, Q is the charge on the capacitor. Q is the charge on the capacitor. So here this one is nothing but the Q by epsilon naught A whole into D minus of T1 plus T2 plus T1 by K1 plus T2 by K2. T2 by K2. So from this one, epsilon naught A whole by D minus of, this one is the T1 plus T2 plus T1 by K1 plus T2 by K2 is equal to, this one is nothing but the Q by V. Q by V is nothing but the capacitance of that capacitor C. Therefore C is equal to epsilon naught A whole by D minus of T1 plus T2 plus T1 by K1 plus T2 by K2. T2 by K2. So this is the capacitance of the capacitor with two partially filled dielectrics. In case if you are taking the n number of the dielectrics having the thicknesses T1, T2, T3 and so on, then what happened? Then its capacitance C is equal to epsilon naught A by D minus of T1 plus T2 plus and so on plus Tn plus T1 by K1 plus T2 by K2 plus and so on. That is the capacitance of the capacitor with so many number of the dielectrics. So in this situation, if you draw the graph in between the electric field intensity and separation, at the same time potential and separation, how we get the graphs? Observe next one. Alright. So next one, graph in between the E versus X means electric field intensity and separation, distance. Here next one is the V versus X, potential difference and that distance. So how that one is changes? Okay, try to observe first here. Here I am taking this one is a capacitor. The separation between the two plates is equal to something 2D. I am taking the total separation is equal to 2D. Okay. Here half of the distance. This one is filled with the dielectric constant K. In this situation, draw the graph in between the electric field intensity and its separation, at the same time electric potential and separation. That is nothing but distance. So here this is the air medium and this is the dielectric medium. Its thickness is equal to something small d. thickness is equal to small d, dielectric constant is equal to K, and its thickness is equal to small d. This is the air medium, so electric field intensity is equal to E naught. In this one, this is the E naught by K. So with dielectric, electric field intensity is equal to E. Its value is equal to E naught by K. So if you take that x is on the x-axis, that means separation, distance or separation. X is on the x-axis and electric field intensity on the y-axis. Electric field intensity on the y-axis. So here observe, here up to the D, yes, I am taking here, this is the D, this one is the 2D, 3D, 4D and so on, and so on. So here electric field intensity does not change, that is the E naught only. Something here I am taking, this is the E naught value. So up to the 0 to the up to the D, means from this starting point to up to D, this electric field intensity is constant, that one does not change. Here up to the point at D, up to the point D. Okay, next one. Here observe electric field intensity is decreases. How much decreases? That one becomes E naught by K. That one becomes E naught by K. Somewhat, that one depends upon the dielectric. Value of the dielectric constant. That one depends upon, in case 2, in case of the 3, in case of the 4. Depends upon that the value is decreases. So here D to 2D means D to 2D. This one is electric field intensity is decreases. Electric field intensity is decreases. This is the 2D. So here this is the electric field intensity. This one is the electric field intensity in A, and this one is in dielectric. Here electric field intensity is equal to, this is the E naught by K. Here electric field intensity is equal to E naught. So observe, this is the E naught and this one is the E naught by K. That electric field intensity is decreases. In case, for this one, if you draw the graph in between the electric potential difference and X, potential difference and X, how we are draw that one? So right now, right now, if you draw the graph in between the V versus X, V versus means that is the potential drop versus X distance. So if you observe here, take distance is on the x-axis and the potential drop is on the y-axis. Potential drop on the y-axis. Here distance is on the x-axis. This is the something D and this is the 2D. Yes. Yes. So try to observe first. Here electric potential, how much is the electric potential drop without any dielectric? That is nothing but the V naught is equal to E naught into D. Actually E is equal to V by D. So from that one V is equal to E into D. Without a dielectric means with the air medium we are represented that one with the V naught. V naught is equal to E naught into D. Here E naught value is some value is existed, that distance is equal to D. So here potential drop, yes, I will give you more clarity. In case this is the initially this one at the high potential something 10 volts, this is the zero potential. This is the zero potential. So from this plate to the up to this point, that electric potential drop means electric potential drop is increases. High value, that is the high value means from the this one is the something 10 volts. This one is decreased up to the something 7 volts. Here right now this one becomes 7 volt, not 7, 3 volts. 7 volts decreases. Potential is decreased. This one is the potential drop. Potential drop is 7 volts. Means that one approaches this position. Yes, this is the 10 and here this one is the 3, this is the 0. Here potential drop is more. How much is the potential drop? 7 volts. Here how much is the potential drop? That is nothing but the 3 volts. So here this one represent the potential drop. Here more is the potential drop. In case of the dielectric medium, yes, observe here we are getting the line, that is the curve like this. Here potential drop is less. Here potential drop is more. Here how much is the potential drop? According to our example, this one nearly 7 volts. But here this one is equal to how much? 3 volts only. Same separation. Separation is same. Separation is same. But potential drop here is more compared to the second region. So this is the graph for the V versus X. Here observe one more thing. Here this is the angle is equal to theta 1 and this angle is equal to theta 2. From this graph, theta 1 is more than that of the theta 2. Therefore, potential drop in first region is more comparative to the second region, in this region, second region. Okay, yes, this is regarding the partial capacitance of the capacitors with partially filled with the dielectrics. Okay, in the next video we will come with the combination of the capacitors. Okay, right, all of you, bye, all the best.